Today, we're going to talk about the race hustler, the race grifter, Sunny Hostin on The View, talking about white women who are voting Republican in the upcoming midterm elections are like roaches running to raid. She compared white women who are going to vote Republican to roaches that are clamoring for raid, essentially voting for their own death, voting against their own best interest. This is how the elites, this is how those who have quote unquote the right view think of those who disagree with them. This is how they think of those who are in dissent. That you are stupid, that you are ignorant, that you have no place. They don't want this to be America. They want one voice. They don't want freedom of speech. They want the freedom of their speech. And they want to censor and quiet and get rid of anyone else that doesn't think the way they do. Welcome back to the Biblical Conservative channel, where we come against the anti-God, anti-biblical, anti-American, anti-human spirit that's looking to prevail in this land. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Well, today we're going to talk about the cackling hens that are on The View. You know, Sunny Hostin, Whoopi, but Whoopi actually has been kind of quiet. So I think she has been busy with movies, so she's kind of toned down a little bit, but leave it to Sunny Hostin to inject racism, to inject all kind of woke liberal ideology into her arguments. She recently compared women who are going to vote Republican, white women, she had to qualify with white women, who are going to vote Republican to roaches.
Issue. I read a poll just yesterday that white Republican suburban women are now going to vote Republican.
Why?
It's almost like roaches voting for raid, right?
Roaches voting for raid. Everyone probably knows what raid is, but for those of you who do not know, raid is the pest killer, if you will, the spray. You've seen the commercials where they have the roaches running around and they go, raid!
God, fuck.
The roaches are wild.
I'll call you, bluff. I'll call you later. It's a raid. Raid.
That's what raid is. It kills roaches. So in other words, follow this logic. Sunny Hostin is saying white suburban women who vote Republican are voting for their own death. Think about that. She's saying that a vote for the Republican Party is a vote for death for these white suburban women, essentially. You see how sick and twisted that is? You see how demonic that is? The simple fact that these people are choosing to vote for one party over the other, and she prefaced it by talking about the abortion issue. So obviously she's talking about that when you vote for a Republican, they're gonna take your right to reproductive freedom away, which is not really a right because abortion is not in the Constitution. It's not a right for you to murder another human being, neither here or there. But the simple fact that she is equating roaches voting for raid to white suburban women voting for Republicans, that should be appalling. It should be offensive.
I think they're voting.
No, it's insulting to the voter.
They're voting against their own self-interest. Do they want to live in Gilead?
Okay, so do we love
in the hands?
Do we love democracy or not? Because just saying that it's insulting to the voter. People make up decisions on what's right for their family. And
That is a full stop problem for me. That I actually think election deniers being put into office, it used to be just former President Donald Trump. Now it's everyone running on the Republican side. That scares me more than anything. So
please, woman. Election denier scares you more than inflation? Yeah, it does, because to you, inflation is not an issue. To you, you're not touched by inflation. But go talk to somebody who's struggling to meet ends meet. Go talk to somebody who hasn't worked 2 or 3 jobs to pay their bills, to make sure that their child can go to college, to make sure that their child can eat a warm meal at night. And you think that person's going to be more concerned about quote unquote election integrity than election denier than putting food on the table. This is the mindset of the elite, and that's why people don't watch this stupid show anymore. You don't have any common sense people on there. Now, when Star Jones was on there, and Barbara Walters, and back in the day, even when Sherry Shepherd was on there, I think for a little bit, there was some common sense. But now you got these people in this ivory tower, this bubble. They have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't even espouse biblical values. They want everybody to play the victim, but we know we're not victims. We're empowered for greatness. But that's the way these elites think.
Even that women's rights is second for me.
Can I just
everyone has priorities.
No, you're not voting for Republicans. You're voting for a cult. Remember that.
And oh Lord, they finish it off with this person, Joy Behar. Honestly, I don't know why she's still on the air. But see, that's the beauty of America. See, in America, you can have a difference of opinion, and yet I'm not calling for Joy Behar to be removed from TV. While I vehemently disagree with her opinions and I think they're stupid, I'm not going to call for her to be booted off The View. That's up to the producers. That's up to whether or not the viewers find her appealing to watch the show. But I'm not going to call for her to be canceled like they're doing about Kyrie Irving, how they want to cancel Kyrie because of a tweet. All these people are coming in and you might say, oh man, Kyrie said this anti-Semitic stuff. Well, I disagree with that. Well, I disagree with the Black Hebrew movement, and that's, to me, that's a cult. That really is a cult, honestly. That is a cult, and I definitely disagree with that. That man has a right to his opinion, just like Joy Behar has a right to her opinion. But because Kyrie offended and agitated the elites, they have to cancel him. They have to bring the full weight of public opinion down on that man's head. And they did that. And they caused that man to bow the knee. But no one's clamoring for Joy Behar to do that when she called all Republicans a cult. But that's the beauty of America.
It's a cult. It's not Republicans anymore.
And these clapping seals in the audience. Please, man. That's why America is in the state that we're in right now. People do not think for themselves. They're told what to think. They're too busy wanting to please everyone. They're too busy looking at what you think about me. Social media, what do you think about me? Do you like me? Do you follow me? Instead of thinking for yourself, thinking critically, and number one, the most important thing, having a relationship with God through Jesus Christ. That's more important than anything else, to be able to think biblically. And too many Christians think like this as well, and it's sad. But these clapping seals in the audience, boy, Lord help us.